Hey y'all, Cornell Jermaine back with another Quick Tip Tuesday video for you. So I want to talk today about, I think one of our previous videos was the most important seat in the salon. And if you have not checked that out, I want you to check it out. It'll change your life and change your perspective when it comes to the salon experience. But I also now want to cover the most important step in the styling process. I'll say it again, the most important step in the styling process. Now, this may surprise some, and to others it may be just like, oh, I knew that. But when it comes to styling hair, and I'm talking about you ladies who go, you get your hair done regularly, you get it shampooed, you get it curled in nice styles, whether it's a bob cut, layers, or curls, wet sets, however, short hair, pixie cuts, whatever the style may be, it doesn't matter the style. The most important step in the styling process. Now, as a stylist, you know this, but consumers may not, because you don't handle hair, you don't know how hair behaves. So you may not have thought about it like this. But the most important step in the styling process, I guess some of y'all like, get to it. What is it? The most important step is, drum roll please, the blow dry. As you can see, this one is one I use regularly. The blow dry. Now, some of you may get styles that don't require a blow dryer. You may sit under the hooded dryer. It's the same thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. The blow dry is important when it comes to styling is because after you've shampooed that hair, conditioned it, now your hair is prepared and it is at a place where it's at its most vulnerable, if you will. So you can do anything with it. You know what I mean? And granted, depending on your textures, it may be a little different here and there, but I'm just talking about in general, when your hair has been cleaned and cleansed, protected, conditioned, now it's ready to do whatever you want. It's at your mercy, if you will. It is that next step that determines what that end result will be, or I should say it this way. It's that next step, which is the blow dry, which determines how that hair behaves at that end result. Now, and I'll put it this way, because there are many of you who will get this. Those of you who wear press and curls, and those of you who know about going to the salon to get your hair pressed. But you like hair that moves. You like hair that has volume, body. If that hair is not blow dried or dried properly, and this takes technique, that hair won't behave. It won't move. It won't have the same. So, put it like this: when you've gotten your hair parted, you ever had your hair parted and you wear that part all the time, and one day you decide to part it a different way, and the hair just won't quite stay. It's just like, what in the world? It's because that hair has been conditioned. And most times that's because it's been combed, blow dried, wrapped the same way time and time again. And it's trained now to fall in one direction. That's what happens in the blow dry experience. Now, it's not necessarily something that, okay, if I blow dry my hair like this all the time, it's gonna always fall this way. Not that extreme. But the point is, if you condition the hair or mold the hair using tools like brushes, several, there's so many. I know you guys seen people use all kind of brushes. If you use tools like these and you use the heated element called the blow dryer, it's gonna manipulate that hair so that it performs or that it moves a certain way. I do this when I blow dry. If I know a client wants a part, now they may want a middle part, they may be used to wearing a side part and they want a middle part today. I'll ask them before I blow dry, you want a middle part, side part? Because that's where I'm gonna establish that part in the blow dry. I'm not gonna wait till I've blow dried the whole hair, then try to go in and establish the parting, because the hair won't behave right when I go to style. You get what I'm saying? That parting needs to be established at that blow dry when the hair is wet. That's the point I'm making. When the hair is wet, it is most vulnerable and it is prepared to do whatever you want it to do. And if you don't establish that, if you don't create that memory, if you will, at that moment, when you try to go in after it's been dried, it's not going to behave. It's not going to behave at its optimum. That's what I want to say. It's not going to behave at its optimum. Now, you'll probably be able to establish the part and it'll fall. But I'm telling you, if you go and establish that part, or you go and establish that you want a full swoop bang, or you go and establish that you want the hair to fall forward versus falling down, this is all stuff that sounds really extreme, but it really makes a difference. If I want that hair to fall more towards the face, then I'm gonna use that when I go into blow dry. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shape that hair towards the face. If I want that bang to fall more in the eye, I'm gonna shape that hair to fall in the eye during that blow dry experience. And it cuts down on your work. Real professional stylists know this. If you do it at the blow dry, you'll spend less time trying to go over it with a pressing comb or trying to go over it with a flat iron, because that hair is already molded. It's already ready. It's already prepared. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you. It may sound exaggerated and it may sound extreme, but trust me, if you haven't done it, do it. This is also true with press and curls. If you're a natural person that has natural hair and you like your hair pressed, when you want to have it straightened, don't just go now. Depending on the texture, you might go in and just blow it, with the air, or you might go in and try to use a comb. Even if you use a comb, I know I've talked about using brushes here. You know what I mean? I got all kinds. This is just a few. I got several. I talked about using brushes, but even if you use a comb attachment, which I don't have because I don't use them, but you can go in and shape the hair using that comb attachment. If it's easier for you to get through the hair with the comb, you do the same process with the comb. It doesn't have to be a brush. I know you see a lot of these in the salon, you know what I mean? So you think you have to be a professional, or you think you have to have a certain skill set to use these, and you do, but you can create the same experience with the blow drying comb. Alrighty? The point is, you want to take the opportunity to shape the style. That's what you're doing when you're blow drying. Shape the style during that blow drying process. And this is still true for those who have short pixie cuts. You have the short tapered looks, and the hair is all pretty and laying. You have to do the same process. Now, you may not blow dry it. You may set it with setting lotion or mousse. But you go in and you establish where you want that hair to fall. You establish how you want that wave to shape the head or the neck. And then you put the heat on it to dry, so that when you go in to comb and style and curl, that hair just falls. And it's almost like putty in your hand. You know what I mean? It just falls just right, properly. You get what I'm saying? That happens because you took the time while it was wet to mold it. That's the same thing you're doing when you're blow drying and you're going and just wearing a flat iron. You're molding, or like I like to say, shaping the style using your elements called the blow dryer and the brush or the comb. So the most important step in the styling process, or the most important step in styling hair, is the blow dry experience, or the molding experience, which happens with the blow dryer or with the mold and wrap under a hooded dryer. All right. So if you're looking to style your own hair, take these tips, use this technique. I'm telling you, it will change your life. It would cut down on your styling time. You know what I mean? And once you get it, you'll be good. You'll be able to really manipulate that hair, because you have to know. That's the thing. You have to know what you want first. You have to know where you're going. You have to have vision. You know what I mean? And then that vision, now you step back and you take the steps to get there, which is molding the hair and shaping it for the style before you even establish the style using your flat irons or curling irons or rod set, whatever it is that you may be using. So the most important step, I'll reiterate, is the most important step in the styling process is the blow dry experience. This has been Cornell Jermaine with Quick Tip Tuesday. I'm so glad you came again to listen and join me. If you're getting anything from these videos, and listen, I have about, I don't even know how many, there's several available to you. Go back, look at them. If you missed any of them, go back, look at the playlist, and by all means, like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend, tell somebody who needs to hear this information, because I'm telling you, hair care is a big deal. And if you got the right tools, techniques, and the right person coaching you, you'll be on your way to a beautiful hair care experience. So until next time, Cornell Jermaine with Quick Tip Tuesday. I'll see you again real soon.